In 2011, the Midwest has experienced a number of extreme weather events, from moderate to severe drought conditions impacting almost every Midwest state, to major flooding along the Missouri and Mississippi rivers, from heavy snowstorms in the winter to devastating tornadoes this spring. Not every year has been or will be quite as extreme as 2011, but the Midwestern Regional Climate Center is always monitoring the climate of the Midwest. The MRCC is one of 6 regional climate centers in the United States. The regional climate centers are a source of real-time and historical climate data. The RCCs use this information to assess the impacts of climate events and also to inform and educate the public, businesses, and government. For 23 years, the MRCC has been serving 9 Midwest states, which are highlighted on the map. Our services and research have helped to better explain the climate and its impacts on our region. The climate of a location encompasses not only the average weather, but also the extremes that occur. For instance, on average, Champaign-Urbana receives about 23 inches of snowfall each season. However, our extremes for annual snowfall range from just 6.7 inches in the 1953-54 season to just over 67 inches of snowfall in the 77-78 season. So to monitor the climate of the Midwest, the MRCC uses this type of climate data to put our current weather events in context of local averages and also historical events. That way we can determine when extreme events are occurring. The MRCC's research and services are customer-driven. We respond to what decision makers and the public need. We do applied research in the climate-sensitive issues like the ones that you see on the screen. For instance, studying heavy rainfall events and their frequency in the Midwest in order to assist engineers in developing appropriate stormwater structures, or educating and informing students and the public on climate change and local climate trends. And we don't just keep all this information to ourselves. We develop products like our online system, MAX, where subscribers can go and access real-time and historical climate data. We also staff service climatologists that can help the public and the private sector in obtaining climate data. In a public and more user-friendly format, we have a Midwest Climate Watch website where the general public can go and access information on topics like Midwest drought, extreme historical events, and comparison of our recent weather to normal conditions. For instance, how did the temperatures in the summer of 2011 compare to normal? Was the month above or below the long-term average? All of these topics are readily available on the Midwest Climate Watch website. To expand our outreach to the general public, we recently joined the age of social networking and launched our Facebook page in late September. So we update this page daily with timely climate resources and information, so I recommend that you like us. Seeking and participating in collaboration opportunities is key to developing useful and comprehensive applied research projects. In the past and currently today, we have collaborated with a number of institutions. With the National Weather Service, we help develop the climate component of their program and also contribute to studies with local offices. During a major project on the West Nile virus, we collaborated with the Natural History Survey. And recently, we've teamed up with Illinois-Indiana Sea Grant to help develop the climate component of their program. For 11 years, we worked with NOAA on the Climate Database Modernization Program. Our focus has been to provide quality control and digitizing of daily weather observations from the 19th century. Using many of the resources discussed, the MRCC is able to answer applied climate research questions like the following. Is the Midwest experiencing heavier rainfall events? This is a main concern of climate change, making it a very important question to address. Agriculture is a very valuable resource of the Midwest, so addressing questions about the length of the growing season and also any trends in growing degree days is very important for Midwest farmers. The MRCC can also use historical climate data to answer questions about long-term changes in seasonal temperature and precipitation. What is the trend of winter temperatures across the Midwest? Are winter temperatures in fact going up like climate models have predicted that they would? When an extreme event occurs, it's important to assess the impacts of that event in order to better plan for the future. For instance, what factors contributed to the high death toll during the 1995 heat wave in Chicago? And how can we use this information to better plan for future heat waves? These are just a few of the many applied research questions that the Midwestern Regional Climate Center can answer given our resources that we have available. So I hope you're now a little bit more aware about what we do and what we have at the Midwestern Regional Climate Center. Thank you.